Hello my fellow gamer, it's Griffin here and welcome back to another POE 2 video. Today we'll have a look at part 3 of my Pathfinder Mortar Cannon Gas Grenade and Explosive Grenade that progressed smoothly through Endgame. We've managed to unlock all 4 major Ascendancy nodes and now it's mapping comfortably through T16 maps. Let's go over the gear first. Crossbow with a very important implicit, grenade fire an additional projectile, and also +6 to all attack skills that it is a guaranteed mod by applying the perfect essence of battle that adds or replaced one of the existing suffixes on the item if all prefixes have been already allocated. We've socketed 2 talismans of Thraldana that each provide enemies can be affected by an additional poison in the same time, and that will be doubled by the Pathfinder's major ascendancy node Overwhelming Toxicity, resulting in a massive boost in damage. This is the reason we've selected Pathfinder to begin with. The helmet is the same as presented in part 2, the amazing constructing command that has a very important line, requires 4 fewer enemies to be surrounded, and if there is at least 1 enemy in our character's presence, it would be considered surrounded to take full advantage of the surrounded nodes, part of these clusters, for a massive boost in damage, defense and quality of life. The amulet is also new with +3 to all projectile skills, and we've instilled leeching toxins for 30% increased poison magnitude and recover 2% of maximum life on killing a poison enemy for great sustain and fast life recovery while mapping. The body armor is also new with a lot of evasion and spirit. Our character has 62% chance to evade, but should be much higher than that when would be surrounded due to the evasion node part of this cluster. New boots with 35 movement speed, evasion, life and resistances. Also a new belt with life and resistances, and regarding charms we're using ones that provide immunity to freeze, bleed and slow. The heart of the build though is the plague finger gloves that glue everything together and makes the build shine, as they provide all damage from hits to contribute to poison magnitude. This includes all elemental damage, and this is the reason we're using the explosive grenade for massive damage and poison buildup as well. We gain up to 30% chance to poison from these gloves, and we add the poison 3 support for the mortar cannon meta skill for an additional 60% chance to poison and 20% more magnitude of poison against bleeding enemies. Another major upgrades are these jewels that have stats like increased poison magnitude and duration, increased chaos damage, also recover life or mana on kill, and increase attack speed with crossbows. Regarding gems, passive skill tree and also gear and ascendancy, feel free to access the Mobalytics link in the video description. Now let's talk a bit about the build's weakness. No build is perfect and this is no exception. On longer fights, the mana sustain can be an issue, especially after investing points into boss map, making the boss much more resilient. We can overcome this problem by investing into recover mana on hit or leeching mana on a crossbow. From defense perspective, until we've managed to unlock sustainable practices for 50% of evasion rating also to be applied to elemental damage, survivability was a bit rough and the playstyle was more cautious than confident, although our character was elemental resistance capped, above 50% chance to evade and 2k life. Now let's talk about Ascendancy. We've chosen the Ranger class and selected the Pathfinder Ascendancy. The first major node is Contagious Contamination that spreads the most powerful poison to the enemies within 1.5 meters. The second major node is Overwhelming Toxicity that elevates this build to a whole new level by doubling the number of poisons the enemy can be affected by. This node is extremely powerful and makes this build a powerhouse of damage. For the third node I've selected Dowsing Vial for Ignite Immunity, as it was quite annoying to face the abyssal encounters that can quickly stack flammability, resulting in a powerful ignite that can kill our character even with 75% fire resistance. Another option would be an Ignite Immunity charm alongside the Freeze Immunity charm as well, and we can select Enduring Elixirs for life flask effects not to be removed when unreserved life is filled, and for the fourth node we could select Traveler's Wisdom for an additional 5 skill points. Feel free to take this option if best suits your playstyle. I've chosen Dowsing Vial and the last node Sustainable Practices. Sustainable Practices is an amazing defensive node, allowing our character to face with confidence hordes of monsters. Although face tanking damage with this build is not advisable, this major node definitely makes our character more resilient to elemental damage, managing to survive battle conditions that otherwise will be ill-advised to face. Conclusion: the Pathfinder Mortar Cannon build is immensely fun and very enjoyable to play. Although with the investment so far under 5 divines the build can easily run T16 content, I think further investment is required into more damage and defense to be able to go against pinnacle content. Although the points highlighted in the build's weakness can be easily overcome with the right investment, they do represent some limitations for this build and it's something to be mindful of. The damage output it is fantastic, but proper placement of the totems, movement speed and good dodge reacting times are essential. In the current state the build can easily run T16 content, allowing our character to gain the resources needed for further investment. If you're looking for a build that tears through T16 content like a hot knife through butter, then I highly recommend this. And this concludes our look at the Pathfinder Mortar Cannon, Gas Grenade and Explosive Grenade build. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you enjoyed it, feel free to give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to get notifications about new content uploaded on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. All the best. Bye.